Hey, it's Mario Toneguzzi. Here's a new episode of 5 Questions. Be my next guest on 5 Questions by clicking on the link below and we'll contact you. Enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to 5 Questions with Mario Toneguzzi on MegaPixx Media. Joining me today is Monika Blachut, who is an associate with Fairfield Commercial Real Estate in Calgary. Thanks for joining us today, Monika.
Thank you for having me.
Now, as you look forward and, throughout this pandemic, I'm just wondering from the retail perspective, the restaurant perspective, in terms of the market in general, I think there's a lot of, people get upset because there's a lot of closures out there, a lot of retailers closing, a lot of restaurants closing, but there's many opening up, right?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Like, what are those people seeing? First of all, are you seeing that there are new businesses coming up, and why? Like, why are they jumping into the market at this time?
Of course. So retail leasing and retail is a very there's a lot of recycling that happens. And what we're seeing mostly, especially when it comes to restaurants, and I'll speak a little bit to the retail aspect as well, is that we're seeing a big migration from, say, a 4,000 or 5,000 square foot restaurant to a lot of chef-driven concepts that want smaller, more manageable spaces. So what we're seeing is, well, let's be honest, before, say 3 years ago, a restaurant group went in and leased the space, okay? Say they had $1 million build out. COVID hits. All of a sudden now you are carrying your debt load for your build out. You have your lease rates. It's unmanageable. So the best thing for them to do sometimes is to walk away. And then we're seeing new chefs with really cool, unique, fun concepts that I think our market in Calgary is lacking. So it's kind of neat that we're seeing these emerging cool concepts coming, and they're jumping on the fact that they can get into a previously occupied space. They can do so at more reasonable rates, and they don't have to take that huge risk of that $1 million build out, and can kind of come in and start operating and bring their art to the public. Same thing in the retail side of things. Interestingly, we've seen out in Eastern Canada, specifically Toronto, Montreal, there are a lot of international brands that are entering the market. What we're seeing in the Calgary zone, though, is there's a lot of local transaction, local entrepreneurs that are actually, some of which have been casualties of our oil and gas slump in the past. And are now willing to take a risk, willing to see the positives of diversifying our economy, and are looking to open and continue on and change their perspective. So be opportunistic in this very uncertain time.
Hope you enjoyed the episode. Remember, if you want someone you know to be our next guest, click below in our description. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe so you'll never miss an episode.